Jamil, I have one doubt on the previous sessions.
Yeah, sure.
You said that international.
Sorry, I'm unable to hear you now. Hello.
Hello, Jamil.
Yeah. Now I can hear you.
Yeah, there is EN version and French version for internalization, right? Which we have discussed in the previous class.
Okay, you're talking about the web script.
Yeah. In that, we have discussed default is English version, right?
Not before its English version. You
Okay.
have that option.
Suppose, Jamil, if I have I have three versions like English, French, and German. Suppose if I want to select the language in the URL to access the German or French properties, how I can access that, Jamil?
You can
So how?
you can change from the browser as well the language that will be automatically pick up.
Okay, how to change the language, from the browser? It's
Okay, so there is an option. There's the option to change the language in the browser. Exactly how to change in the Chrome. I need
okay. In the Chrome, we need to change, not in the URL.
and URL also we can perform. And from the not URL that you need to put the some value for that. I will tell you that one. Okay, don't
Okay.
worry. Let me write it at the question. How to call multi language. Okay, don't worry.
Okay.
We will cover in this upcoming session. So I will find an option from the browser as well.
Okay.
And this here the what is the exact URL for that. Okay.
Okay, Jamil. Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, Jamil, we have come in the company home directory. We have created folders, right? Create folder company home. Yeah, suppose if I want, there is any, not the company home folder. Suppose there is some test folder in the document library. To create the folder inside the test folder, we need to first get the search node, right? We need to find the node property. So, and
Right,
later by
right, right,
attaching the node, we can create the folders, right? Yeah.
right. So just what you have to do, you have to just find that node, and that node you can simply you have the method right to create folder.
Yeah.
So in that from that you have to just pass the node. Let me tell you in this instead of
Okay.
verbally speaking. Let me tell you exactly what are this web script. In the web script there was create node controller search creating a folder company home create folder. So from the node we have the one of the folder option. We have also the search.
Yeah.
Okay. From the search, we can have we can find the search. For example, you have the multi-level the node means company home. You have the XYZ, and under the XYZ you have this another folder. So either you can find that node by passing the node. So through the
Okay.
node you will get all the information, and on that node you can create the file of folder.
Okay.
Okay. So first way, there is the other way to provide the path to create the folder. In the action root folder, there would be also the method to create the folder.
Okay.
So after that you will able to create the folder. Okay. Let me
Okay.
take it also keep it in the example. Okay. Example. Create folder inside company home. Okay, so we will have this example.
Okay, in the manual I have practiced that JSON format, Jamil, JSON and XML format. So I am able to display the what we have given in the XML file. It is coming in the browser after refreshing the web scripts.
Yeah, that XML you need to write the
Yeah,
you need to write that template.
yeah, it was
JSON
coming.
XML response, right?
Yeah, Jamil, it was coming.
It was coming.
Yeah, it was coming.
So what you made a change for that?
In the HTML.ftl file is there, right, Jamil?
Yeah.
Yeah, in place of HTML, I have add the XML.ftl file.
Okay.
So in the file, I have add some XML script. So
Very
like
good.
some display what is my name and all. Like after refreshing the browser, I have given the format equal to XML, and it can able to fetch the XML FTL file written over there.
So I will just tell you there would be the two options to call this. Either you can pass this argument, the
Okay.
format,
Okay.
and there is if you I will show you that one, if you might have remembered. Once again. There was the one option, other option. Big script. Let me find it from the file. Argument.
The recording has started, Jamil.
Okay, good. At least
Yeah.
we haven't missed anything. So let me find demo has a name, argument name, and URL. No, that was different. Yeah. So this is the way to call, right?
Yeah.
Either you can call by the format, you can give the extension name, and
Okay.
extension name here means you are passing argument here, right?
Yes.
Format is equal to XML.
XML.
And
Yeah.
next is that you have options to pass as an extension. So
Okay.
extension means you can, right now we are passing the XML like this. So you can have hello world URL.
Okay.
After that, you can mention the extension .xml or .json or .html.
Okay.
So for that, you have to define in that descriptor file like this extension. If you will pass as an argument value, so you have to provide the format as argument. If you
Okay.
are passing the extension, that means you can pass this extension like this. And if you are passing any, that means either you can use the format.xml or this extension one, any one you want.
Okay.
Okay. So, is there any other question?
No, Jamil. Please continue with the class.
So means we will have in the next team, we will have a demo example on this team.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
So anything from the Maven?
Maven, I have just installed Jamil to execute the backend scripts and all. I didn't get the recording, so that is the problem for me.
Okay,
I
you
think,
didn't got the recording.
yeah, I think the people have just sent the recording in the evening. So I'll practice today, both the Maven and Spring.
Okay.
Yeah, I have installed the Maven. Installation is perfect, so I got no problem with the installation.
So means you are able to run the command mvn command.
Yeah, Jamil. Yeah, that thing. Yeah, I have done.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think I will request them, okay, as soon as our session complete the
Yeah, as soon as the
recording.
session completes, they send the recording, I can able to practice the
Right.
thing in the morning.
Right. I will convey your message to them.
Okay.
So now we are going to have some basic understanding about the Spring framework.
Okay.
Okay. So do you know what is the Spring?
No, Jamil.
Have you worked any on the framework?
Yeah, I have worked on the .NET framework.
So the framework, what does exact mean is the framework that makes your life easy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they provide the framework, and under that you can configure your all these resources, codes under that framework that you have to focus on your business logic more than the technical, right?
Okay. Mm.
They will give you the much more API. That API is focused to use on your business required to fulfill your business requirement. So
Yeah.
Spring is a in the Java world. In Spring is a nowadays is a famous framework. Almost I have worked most of the project last 3 to 4 years. I see that Spring is being used in almost each and every project.
Okay.
I didn't see in a single project where this Spring is not being used. There might be some of the project, but I think
Okay.
maximum project.
Mm-hmm.
So why it's being used? There is a very a strong reason behind it. The reason
Mm-hmm.
behind it, if you will go to the any specific framework, any other framework in the world, you have
Okay.
to follow all their rules, what they say.
Mm-hmm.
And suppose some of these features which is not suitable for your business and it's more complicated for your business, even then if you have opt that framework, you have to follow that. The Spring is the framework. It says they provide all kind of feature, but it still say whatever the part you want to use, you can use. Whatever you can't part you don't want to use, you want to left it, you can left it.
Okay.
So, in the Java, there are the various famous, very very famous framework like in the MVC framework, we have the struts. If you might have heard the name,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jamal.
struts, JSF. So these are also the very good framework. But again, in this framework, you know what is the limitation? As I told you, if you are going to a Spring or a struts, you have to follow all the rules. But
Yeah.
in the Spring, say okay, you don't like my MVC framework, don't use
Mm-hmm.
it. If
Yeah.
you like a struts framework, you can use it, and they will provide the extension to add your other struts framework. They will provide the extension to add a JSF framework.
Okay.
Okay. So there
Okay.
are the various framework. If you either you want to integrate with the Spring framework, you can use. There is a two options, right? Either you
Mm-hmm.
can use the Spring framework, and if you don't want to use, you don't like it, and it's not fulfilling your business, and think that okay, no other framework is can be fulfilled for the my application, so that is the better. So you can integrate with the Spring. So whatever the part of the framework, for example, for the JDBC connection, you think okay, Spring is very good in this, but for the UI purpose, Spring is not good. So what you will do, you can use only the JDBC part. And if you think for the UI purpose, I have for the MVC purpose, I have a struts, you can integrate with that. This is the
Okay.
best framework, that much flexible.
Oh.
Whatever, whatever the part you want to use, you can use. Whatever you part you don't want to use, you leave it. So this I see the major advantage, and apart from this, other advantage. So if I will say this is also again the open source framework. Spring is the one of this most popular open source framework for developing enterprise application. The Spring framework is a lightweight framework. Framework you can integrate with any other framework like Hibernate, Struts, and JSON. Okay. So lightweight means it comes into in the certain MB. Maybe when it was initially started, it was I think 4 or 5 MB. So it's the very very it's not with a huge API, very basic and API, but it's cover all the scenarios. So lightweight.
Okay.
So IOC in version of control in version of control. So this is I have just made a mistake here. So in version of control, this is also one of the best feature with the Alfresco, with the Spring. Because of that, it's being known among this all other framework on the globe. What is the inversion of control? Even though someone is don't use any of the feature of the Spring framework, so at least they use for the IOC. IOC is this provide the loose coupling between the objects in the system and simplifying the wiring the system. This is the way it needs you to understand. You create the Java object, right? And you call those Java object from any other classes, right?
Yeah, we can call.
So for example, that need a compilation, and so that is certain dependency on the compilation, and if you want to use the certain other Java classes, you have to you have to call that class and create this method. So in that IOC, you can create the object in the X. You have to just define that your class and that class of the ID. This is the XML file, and from the XML file you can create the object, and that object you can inject within any of the class. So injecting means calling the object. Okay. So this provide a loose coupling between the objects in the system, simplifying and wiring the system. So means you have one object created on the one place, and you can call from anywhere of the application. And meanwhile, if you think, okay, I don't need this object, or I want to change class of this object, you can go directly to the XML file and you can change it. How it will be happen, I will show in the code as well. Okay, that